Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla and this is Phoebe. If you're new here, this is my little Chihuahua Phoebe. Some people have been saying, where's Phoebe? She has been in the parlor when I've been filming. I usually close the little gate so that she can't run throughout the whole house and has to stay in the parlor, but I was just letting her run around today, and so thought I'd bring her on since a lot of people have been asking about where she's at. She's she's just a little Chihuahua. She's my baby. I think she will be 4 years old in January. Well, it is January. At the end of this month, she'll be 4 years old. Right, babies? Right? Yeah. Tell them how spoiled you are. She's very, very spoiled. Spoiled rotten. Anyway, so I just thought I would show her for just a minute. I think she's wanting down now. Huh. So bye. Oh, so today is day 26. Is that right? Yeah, today is day 26 of working on my wrap. And I put in that purple color. I kept going with the granny stitch. And then when I got to the end of that row, I turned and I did a double crochet, chain one, skip one, double crochet. So I was just doing that um, all the way back down. And then I got to the end of that row, and then I turned and I'm just doing a double crochet in each stitch. So a double crochet in each double crochet, a double crochet in the chain one space, and a double crochet in the next double crochet, and just repeating that so that I just get my line of stitches back. So it is, I held it up. I actually put it around my shoulders and did it, I think, another 3 or 4 days, and I might be ready to split down the front. I wanted it past my rear. So, but actually, I was wanting it down to like the back of my knees. So I don't know. I don't know how many more days it would take to get to the back of my knees, but it's definitely at my rear. And another 3 or 4 days might be past my rear, and then I'll just have to decide, do I want to go a few more days to get it down the back of my knees? That's kind of the way I wanted it. It was really long, just something to kind of wrap up in on cold days, and get cozy with. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Today I'm drinking something special. Yes. I got this box right here from Michelle, who is Cajun Mom on YouTube. Um, this is another box from Amazon, and it has 30 count variety pack. It's a pack sampler, so it has all kinds of different samples. I had one that I had used last month, and I have a couple that I'm going to be rotating out of now. Um, Last time, I don't think I had one repeat that I can recall. This one, I see some repeats in there already. So, and the one I'm drinking right now is caramel apple cider, and it tastes really good. I love caramel apple. And I already see another one right here, just to show you what they look like. Not sure if it's focusing good. Yeah, but it's just a K-pod, and it's caramel apple. Grove Square is the brand. It's a cider drink mix, caramel apple. Ooh, I see another one. Ooh. I hope there's a bunch of them in there, because it does taste really good. I love caramel apple. So I did make this, in the Keurig machine, and then I added ice. to cool it off because I just didn't want to drink anything hot. It's been like it was 76 degrees here today, so yeah, I didn't feel the need to drink anything hot. What is it, baby? So anyway, if you haven't been here, or just a small little recap, real quick. My son Dakota fixed some baggies for me, so every day I'm opening a new color and adding it to my wrap. It's a surprise color to me and a surprise color to you. So here is my baggie for today. I don't know what color it is, but at this point, I think any color could go. I think any color could go now. And it is a dark green. So yeah, that'll go. That'll go just fine. It did have a green a few rows back, but it was like a Kelly green, and this is a very dark green. So yeah, that will go just fine. We are sitting here listening to all kinds of thunder. There's storms around us. I don't know. Are the storms going to miss us? I thought he could hear me. Big Daddy. They've been saying we're getting all these, tornado watches and storms, but it could go around us, Who knows? But we can hear lots of thunder. The wind has been blowing like crazy today. So I don't know if it's coming straight through or if it's just going to go around us or what. I haven't watched the latest updates. He's been keeping up with that and telling me we're tornado watches and stuff like that. So, yeah, today was Monday. It was like Big Daddy's last day off. So he goes back to work tomorrow. And I'll get back to my normal routine. Let me see. All right. I'm going to finish off this row just doing the double crochets in every stitch. Oh, I said to pull that stitch out. So that's what I'm going to do on this row. It's just my double crochets. And then when I get to the end of that and turn back, I'll do a different stitch. No telling what it will be. And I am using a 7mm hook on this project just because I wanted it drapey and not a tight stitch. That is really good. So I thought I would answer a few questions that are from not yesterday's video but the day before's video. So I have like about 8 questions here that I wrote down, so it gives me plenty of time to get some crocheting done. If you want to grab your project, Phoebe, now she wants up here. So someone asked, do I like to read? I used to read all the time. The kids and I would go to the library every week and get library books and all, and I would get books and read for myself, just pleasure reading. But I can't see that well anymore, and so reading is not enjoyable because I'm straining trying to read, and so my eyesight is just, not what it used to be. And so a lot of times, even large print, I just have time. Some days my eyes are worse than other days, but in general, I don't see very well. And then some days they're so blurry I can't see anything. But anyway, guess that just happens. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Okay, another question was, how did I meet Big Daddy? Well, I got Big Daddy at Walmart. You can get anything at Walmart, but you can't always return what you get. I did try to return him one time and it didn't work out. I had to bring him back home. Yeah, I got him at Walmart. He worked in the pet department, and I worked um, a summer. It was right after I graduated high school. I worked a summer in the little food court area they used to have a long time ago. Yeah, a long time ago. And then he would come up there and get a barbecue sandwich every day for lunch, some barbecue sandwiches and chips, and we'd just kind of chit chat, nothing really. But I knew in my heart that he was the one for me, even though we hadn't went out or hadn't talked too much or anything. And one day, a lady come in that I knew. I grew up um, with a pastor in my life, Pastor Sister Diane. She wasn't the pastor of our church, but she traveled. And anyway, but her home church was the church that we went to. Anyway, so Sister Diane had came in Walmart, and so I said, "You want me to take you and show you the guy I'm going to marry?" And she said, "Okay." Is he here? And I was like, "Yes." And so we walked down the main aisle past the um, pet section, and he was there. He was standing there, looking cute. And I told her, "That's him. That's who I'm going to marry." And so I married. So I just knew. I just knew that he was the one for me. And the next question is, what do you do when you have bad days and you're getting down? What is your favorite pick me up? Well, I do have bad days. I have lots of bad days. Today has been a bad day. So what do? I take a nap. I take a really good nap. Um, and then I usually feel different, when I wake up from a nap. Hopefully that's the plan. Um, there are days where, I do have to go lay down and take a little nap, or at least just lay down and rest, because if I get too exhausted, then it's no returning from that. It just gets worse. And then, it just gets worse and worse and miserable. And to the point where I can't even sleep because I'm in so much pain and just misery and such. So, um, I have bad days. I have days where I want to get things done or work on a project or something, and my body just doesn't cooperate with me. Um, and there's days where I wake up in pain. Um, and if you're new here and you don't know, I do have CREST, lupus, Sjögren's, and the Raynaud's are the main things that I deal with on a daily basis. And so, there's days where I wake up and I'm in such pain that I just can't even function. And so I usually just do whatever I have to do, tend to Phoebe, make sure she's got food and water, um, do what little I need to do for myself at the moment, and then I lay back down and I'll just lay there. I watch movies on my tablet. That is a real lifesaver for me. Is just being able to lay there and watch, movies on my tablet if I'm not, sleeping. but a lot of times, once I take a nap, I'll feel better. But, there's days where I get aggravated because I can't do what I want to do. Things aren't functioning well for me. And, yeah. And if it's, hindering my crochet, that's really bad because that is what picks me up and, gives me a little boost or whatever, or some enjoyment or something, that I can do. Um, but anyway, I take a nap and hope that when I wake up or get up that I feel differently. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes a nap makes you feel worse. Just depends. Um, Someone said, "What's the first thing I crocheted?" It was a blanket. My very first crochet project was a blanket. It was made out of some chunky yarn, like the Charisma from Michaels. That's what it was made from. Okay, another question. I've answered this before, but I know not everyone is, usually able to catch every single video, so things get missed. Asked, how did I get the name for my channel, Llama Mama? My boys named my channel. Um, I don't know. We were just sitting around talking, coming up with a name, and that's what they came up with and liked, and so that's what I went with. Let's see what else. Someone wanted to know about Louisiana. I don't know exactly where this person lives, but they wanted to know a little bit about a little geography lesson. So in Louisiana, we are straight up from the Gulf of Mexico. Now, I live in the upper north side of Louisiana. So, um, but yeah, the Gulf of Mexico is straight down below us. And they said that I mentioned like some things or stores or something might be across the river. Yes, it's the Ouachita River. I live in Monroe, and we have a river that divides Monroe and West Monroe. So sometimes people are funny about it. West Monroe people act like they can't go to Monroe for things. And Monroe people, we act like we can't go to West Monroe for things, but it's just a river. It's just crossing a river. There's two bridges and the interstate that cross the river. So we really do need another bridge. And they've teased us about it for many, many years, and it's never happened. But anyway, the Ouachita River is what divides Monroe and West Monroe. I grew up in West Monroe. Big Daddy grew up in Monroe. And then we live in Monroe now. So, yep. Someone asked about my favorite brand of yarn. That's a toughie. That's a tough question because I don't think there's a brand that I would snub my nose up at. I love yarn. I just love the colors. Um, there's so many that I like using. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. Um, it has a softness to it, that I do like. Um, Gosh, that's really a hard question because there's not a yarn that I don't like. So for a basic yarn, I guess I would say I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. But I mean, I use Red Heart, I use Craft Smart, I use Mainstay from Walmart, I use Hobby Lobby, I use Hobby Lobby's generic brand, Crafter's Secret. I use Big Twist from Big Lots, and I do like Big Twist too. Um, So I don't know. That's really a hard question because there's not one that I don't like. I mean, seriously, I can't think of a yarn that I do not like. Like, there's not a yarn that I would say, oh, I would not use that. I mean, a thin yarn, I can't use that. It's not that I wouldn't, it's that I can't. I'm trying to think, is there a yarn that I would not, definitely not use? As long as I can crochet with it, I would use it. So, um, I, I can't say that there's a yarn I don't like. And so it's hard to pick a favorite because I use them all, right? I'm not a yarn snob. I've heard people use that term before. I don't know. And then someone asked, what are my favorite hooks? My favorite hooks well, they still are, and I'm still using them. My favorite hooks is um, clover hooks, and I'm still using those. I have those at my desk, and I'm using those. Using the 5H hook, 5mm H hook on a amigurumi piece that I'm doing. Trying to get back into amigurumi. It's been a slow little process of just getting my hand back in that motion, I guess the memory. Because this I'm using all double crochets, and on that project, of course, it's single crochets, and so I just got to keep at it. I'm halfway done with it. I've got to the point where I've went around with the same number of stitches, so the next little part, the next line that I do will be decreases. So anyway, yeah, that's some questions that I had jotted down, and um, I'll go back and look for more questions and answer them in tomorrow's video. If there's a question you would like to ask me, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I will get to it in a couple of days. Um, it may not be tomorrow's video, but it'd probably be the next day's video or so. So anyway, guys, let's see how this green is looking. Yeah, that looks just fine on top of that. Can't really see that lavender anymore. It's kind of taken it away. But it's in there. Really, you're looking at the back side. So here's the front side. Yeah, you can see it a little better on that side. But anyway, well, guys, I guess I'm going to let you all get going. I'm going to finish putting this green in and probably work on my amigurumi piece that I'm working on. And I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else I was supposed to talk about. Who knows? Um, but I'll be back. I'll be back with day 27. I wonder how many days it's going to take to finish this project off. So if I skip a day of it, it's because I have other things going on and just couldn't get to it. I have some more videos that I want to get out, so I'll be pushing those out too. So I may have a video like early in the morning, say like 8 o'clock, and then this video more in the afternoon, about 3 or 4 or so, or 5, or who knows. But guys, I'm going to let you all get going for reals, and I will see you later in the next video. Bye, friends.